So a few of us are still that I see that we're still not muted. I can't pronounce everybody's names correctly, but Wilfred Akatono, Bosco John, Kevin Walinga, Kubwimana, Shadrach, Abdul Apia, Daniel, please make sure that your mics are muted, and we try to maintain that as we go on with the program for today. So the second housekeeping rule that we'll have for today is just so that we're well acquainted with one another. I will ask you to make sure that you rename yourself, to make sure that the name that is appearing on the screen today is your actual name. So if you are joining by any nickname or any given name by your device, or your device name rather, I will ask you to go to the participants, to where it says participants. It should be at the bottom of your screen. Go to where it says participants. You will click on your name. I think your name usually appears as the first name yeah, at the top. Click your name, click where it says more, and you should be able to find a button that says rename. And from there, please just make sure that the name that's appearing is your actual name so that we get more acquainted with one another. With that said, I will not take up too much of your time. Today, we're going to be, as I was able to highlight, that our conversation today is going to be on theme with the this week's training. So if you haven't caught up with week 8, make sure that you're catching up with week 8, which is talking about networking for professional development. So we'll be able to hear from a LinkedIn expert who will be able just to give us a bit more insights on how we can make sure that we're creating LinkedIn accounts that are able to that we're able to leverage to get more connections and actually develop ourselves professionally as best as possible. So it's just going to be a more fun addition to what you have already been learning. So don't be intimidated on your end. She's simply just adding on to the knowledge that you have already began acquiring on your own, particularly on LinkedIn, but then just how else can you be able to leverage the platform? So without taking up too much of your time, it'll allow me to introduce today's speaker. But before I do that, in terms of the housekeeping rules, I will ask that as we go on with the conversation, we would like to keep it engaging as much as possible. However, please make sure that if you would like to talk, you raise your hand so that she can be able to single you out and give you the platform to be able to speak. Or you can be able to keep the chat and the conversation going in the chat itself so that whatever is coming up in your mind, it shouldn't just be it shouldn't fly away or whatever. You are able to take note of it and note it down. With that said, let's make sure we're engaged. Let's make sure that we follow the housekeeping rules and so that we have a productive conversation today. With that said, I'm allowing me to introduce our today's speaker. She is Miss Justina Doe. She is a dedicated professional with experience in project coordination, administrative support, and client relations. She is currently pursuing a master's degree in project management and is very passionate about contributing to impactful, growth-driven projects. She is the founder of Deluxe Beauty. So she's also an entrepreneur where she works as a lead makeup artist and a beauty trainer, empowering others with practical beauty skills. So she's also in skills development as much as she is in project coordination and as much as she is an entrepreneur. Her background involves organizing events, managing alumni activities, and supporting dynamic teams with strong communication and organization, and supporting teams. With that said, allow me to invite Miss Justina to the floor. Miss Justina, you have the floor.
All right. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction. I didn't get to hear your name, so I'm not able to mention your name, our host. If you can please help me with your name.
Okay, my name is Vanessa Dege Dege. You can just say Vanessa.
All right, sure. Vanessa, I'll make do with Vanessa. Thank you so much for the introduction. I wouldn't want to waste much of our time. I'll just go in. I have some few slides I would want to share with us. Let me just get straight into that as well. Vanessa, you would help me out if there are any discrepancies as well.
Yes.
Can you see my slide?
Not yet on my end, but I have given you hosting rights. Let me just, is anybody able to see her slides in case that it's a challenge on my end?
Not
No,
yet.
please.
Not
So
okay.
Not
you
yet.
can stop sharing, then share again.
Yes,
All
please.
right, a quick one.
In
Great.
Is
We
it?
see it.
You
Yeah.
see it
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. I don't know. Do I have to turn on my video, my camera as well?
That would be nice.
Whatever you're
Oh,
comfortable with, but if you like, you can just switch it on just so that we put the name to the face.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay. Let me just do this quickly. Can I be seen?
Not yet.
All right.
Yes. Okay, wait. Yeah, not yet. Not.
Sure.
But if anything, you can switch on your camera eventually.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
That's completely fine.
Out.
No pressure.
Okay. Anyways, thank you so much, Vanessa, for that interesting introduction. Yes, my name is Justina. As Vanessa said, I find myself working mostly in the digital space, TVET space as a project professional. I'm also into youth empowerment and professional development, anything that has to do with professional development as youth, you would find me there. So today we want to dive into something that's no longer optional. Earlier on, it used to be something that is more of strictly career-wise or professional. That's the LinkedIn app. But over time, we realize that it has evolved. We no longer see LinkedIn as the strict or the limited way of trying to bring out yourself in that professional manner. So within the space of 30 to 35 minutes, I'll just share with you what my insights are on LinkedIn, how we can leverage LinkedIn as students and as professionals, upcoming professionals as well. I want to know, maybe we can indicate in the chat how many of us have LinkedIn accounts or regularly use the LinkedIn app in our chat box. Even most of us use the LinkedIn app as well. Okay. All right. Interesting. So a quick one. These are some few questions I brought up for our icebreakers. We can look through and then see. The first one is asking, would you rather have a LinkedIn profile picture that is taken by your mom, or you would use a passport photo? The second one is asking, would you rather have 500 LinkedIn connections with no engagement, or 50 connections who actively support and comment on your post? These are questions that we would want to answer by ourselves. And This is also a general one. Would you rather have your name misspelled or have your name forgotten? You can put the answers in the chat box. Let's see the various ideas that we all have concerning these questions. These would you rather have questions. So the first is, would you rather have a LinkedIn profile taken by your mom, or you'd use a passport photo for your LinkedIn profile? Or would you rather have 500 LinkedIn connections with no engagement, or 50 connections who actively support and comment on your post? And then the third general one is, would you rather have your name misspelled or you have your name forgotten? These are questions that you would want to ask yourself, even in the course of our presentation. So LinkedIn, when we say LinkedIn, what is LinkedIn? Most of us or some of us have already heard of what LinkedIn is. LinkedIn is a professional networking platform for all persons ranging from students, professionals in the entry, mid-levels, senior levels, well-established entrepreneurs, CEOs, job recruiters, and so on and so forth. So we realize that LinkedIn is a platform not only for workers or professionals. LinkedIn is a platform for students as well, for people who are looking out for opportunities, for people who would want to share their stories. That is why I said earlier in my presentation that it is not known for the traditional way of going on LinkedIn to seek for jobs, although is one of the reasons, but I realized that it's not only for job hunting, it's also there to expand your knowledge on the kind of expertise that you find yourself in. So at the end of this session, we are looking at trying to create a compelling LinkedIn profile. We are looking at trying to navigate the LinkedIn platform effectively. We're also looking at networking strategically as a student or as an early career professional. We'd also see how we can use LinkedIn to access jobs, mentorship, scholarships, and for learning. So why LinkedIn? Why should I create a LinkedIn app? Or I have a LinkedIn app. I just heard, oh, there's an app called LinkedIn. So I also just created it, but I really don't know the essence of LinkedIn, right? So according to the demand age stats, we are having about 1 billion, that's 1 billion plus users globally. So globally would also mean that across the globes, not only people centered in your country, in your continent, but across continents. You can find someone on LinkedIn in Europe, you can find someone on LinkedIn in Africa, in any part of the world. So it's a global community. We are looking at about 65 million plus decision makers. Decision makers could be job seekers, decision makers could be job recruiters, decision makers could be students trying to make decisions on their next step in their educational ladder. We are looking at 87% of them being job recruiters who are also on LinkedIn. So you realize that you don't really find your regular HR looking for an employee by posting on WhatsApp or posting on newsletters or even on the newspapers. You hardly see that anymore. You realize all the job postings, all the job advertisements are on LinkedIn now. LinkedIn is also a source of internship, jobs, global communities, and scholarship. People tend to network on LinkedIn. People tend to create a community, a bond on LinkedIn, so that you don't only have a community in your school, in your workplace, or in your community, but you find a different community of professionals, of like-minded people, of entrepreneurs, of students, of people that are seeking certain knowledge in a specific industry on LinkedIn, right? So, first of all, how do we find ourselves on LinkedIn? For those of us who may not even have a LinkedIn account, you would need to get started with by signing up on LinkedIn. If you have an Android, you go on your Play Store, you download LinkedIn. Using iOS, you can go on the App Store, you download your LinkedIn. You need to get an active email. You need to choose a clean shot So this goes back to the questions I asked during our icebreaker session, that would you rather let your mom take a picture of you for your LinkedIn profile, or you use a passport photo? So you get a clean shot, you use your real name. It's very, very, very important, so that I am not seeing a name that is not the same as what is on your CV. I'm always telling my learners that LinkedIn is also a social resume, is a social CV, so that when you do not have to send your CV via email to a job recruiter, your LinkedIn app is doing the job for you. Gone were the days where on social media you find people putting in their nicknames on their profiles, so that if my name is Justina Into, you don't find Justina Into on my profile. You see that pretty little girl, Justina, on my socials. That is not it for LinkedIn. We are trying to use LinkedIn in a professional and formal manner. The best you can do is to add probably your title. Should you be a medical doctor, you would want to add your title. Should you be a registered nurse, you would want to add your title. Should you be an engineer, you'd want to add your title to your name on your LinkedIn profile. If you're a student, that is fine. If you're a student, that is a doctor, that is a professor, that is fine. Titles are always accepted for your LinkedIn profile. So building your profile, you realize that there are sections on the LinkedIn account. We have the headline section, where you realize that people put in their various fields of expertise on the section. So you can see that if you're a student, on the headline, you would want to write student. If you're aspiring to be someone, you put in an aspiring, probably you're aspiring to be a medical doctor. So an aspiring medical doctor, an aspiring project manager, an aspiring registered nurse, a data analyst, so that when people are looking at your profile, it speaks for itself that, oh, this person is aspiring to toe this line of profession. This person is aspiring to be a data analyst. This person is aspiring to be a business person or an entrepreneur. Your passion or your interest. Let people know what you are passionate about on LinkedIn, because as I said, it's a community of like-minded people. If you are passionate about youth empowerment, like how I am passionate about youth empowerment, it should be something that will be a headline on my LinkedIn. If you are passionate about customer relations, it should be something that should be on your headline, so that if people do not even have enough time to look through your profile, just your headline should do the talking for the person, be it a recruiter, be it a professor that is looking for a student to help with a research project. These headlines should help. A summary, tell us a story about yourself, your studies, your passions, your goals. These are important. Someone will say, isn't that too much information? Isn't your CV or resume also too much information? Do you get me? As I said, LinkedIn is a networking platform. You will not be online to speak to people about what you are passionate about. Your profile speaks for you, so that if you are a student, you are passionate about um, child education, you write a short summary. I'm a student currently in my final year. I'm aspiring to be a doctor. However, I'm passionate about girl child education. I'm looking at working with NGOs. I'm looking at working with organizations that aligns with my goals, where we go out to communities to coordinate trainings, to try and help people who are less privileged, try and give them the knowledge that they deserve. It's a short summary, and that goes a long way to incite people who are also interested about child education. If you're interested about data analysts, if you're interested in projects, you speak to what your interests are. Building your profile would also mean that you try to let us know your educational journey, right from your secondary level, your tertiary level, whatever educational height you've gotten to, indicate is there on your LinkedIn profile. If there are any other certificates that you've achieved over the years, it is very important that you share with us. As I said, people look at your profile to determine or to judge your your expertise, to judge your knowledge, to judge what you can do, what your potentials are. And this is very important even for the students. Myself, I'm also a student, so I'm not leaving myself out. Try your possible best to put out certain certificates that you've learned, you've achieved over the years. If it's an IT course that you've done within a short period and you've been awarded a certificate, you can put that on your LinkedIn profile so that when people know that I'm into the health sector, but I did a little bit of a diversion to learn how to create or develop a website using WordPress, and I have a certificate to that, I can put it over there so that when someone sees, it's like, okay, that's very inspiring. She's learning or she's aspiring to be a nurse, but she can create a website on the side. Or okay, this person is an entrepreneur, but has certain skills in design, knows how to work around Canva, knows how to work around Lightroom, knows how to work around all those softwares. So we see that digital aspect of you as well. We are looking at your skills, your soft skills, your technical skills. These days, soft skills are very essential for our personal development and not only for your career as well. People are looking at your educational qualification, but people would also want to know how you can relate with people, your interpersonal relations, your emotional intelligence. How do you react? How do you consider other people's feelings in the space that you find yourself in? How do you empathize? How are you able to manage your time? How are you able to adapt? Your mindset, do you have a fixed mindset or you have a growth mindset? These are things that you can indicate on your profile so that people are able to know that aside the fact that you have the technical skills, you also have the human skills attached to that. You are someone that is emotionally intelligent. You are someone that keeps to your time. You are someone that is able to have a growth mindset. You are not fixated on one thing, but you're able to adapt. You have resilience. All these things helps boost your profile. So right now, as I'm saying it, if you are already on LinkedIn, start thinking about these things. Am I someone that's emotionally intelligent? Am I someone that has a growth mindset? Am I someone that has the ability to work within a time frame when given to me, even as a student? Am I someone that is able to adapt to certain environments as a young professional, as a student? Am I able to adapt? So these are some of the skills that you can put there when you are building your profile. You can indicate projects that you've worked on. If you are lucky to be working on projects, if you're a student that's working on some research with a supervisor or with a professor, you can indicate that. It's also a plus to building your profile. It beefs up your LinkedIn profile. If you've been able to work for volunteering activities with some NGOs, with organizations, we are able to know and discern the fact that aside the fact that you would want to work to earn, you also have the volunteering ability, you have volunteering at heart, so that when we call upon you for certain volunteering activities, you are able to join to make the cause successful. So these are some of the things that you have to look out for when you are building your LinkedIn profile. How do you navigate your LinkedIn platform? There are key features on LinkedIn that you should look out for. When you have your LinkedIn platform, look out for your home feed. Your home feed consists of insights, posts, and then updates. It could be your posts, it could be posts from your connections, it could be posts from your friends, it could be posts from organizations that you follow. It could be general random posts, right? So that these posts are either posts that may be of use to you professionally, self-development. It could be for school. It could be scholarships. It could be some grants, or it could be general information on things that you should know publicly or generally. Your network is also a feature that you can find on LinkedIn, where you manage your connections. So when you go onto your networks, you realize that people connect with you. For LinkedIn, please do your possible best to also try to connect back. LinkedIn, as I said, is a networking platform, which is basically you making friends. On the lighter note, you making friends professionally, or let me just say, for lack of better words, officially. You may not know in future how these people are going to be of use to you, right? So when people connect with you, do your possible best to connect back or follow them as well. That is how you are able to build your connections. When it comes to the job feature as well, which is one of the critical features on LinkedIn, LinkedIn tries its possible best to help you or link you to jobs. So thanks to AI, there are new features coming on LinkedIn where you are able to put out there that you are open for jobs, so that people who are looking for workers are able to know that you are open for job, you are an active job seeker. There's this picture design even for that. Or if you are a recruiter, there's this design for that that says hiring. So if you're a student just like me looking for a job, you can, this is nothing to be ashamed of, right? You can just put in that design that you are open to work. You are open to work. It gives you the ability to filter your location, where you are located. If you are looking at jobs in your country, you can put that there. If you're looking at jobs outside your region, outside the continent, LinkedIn can help you with that. In Southern Africa, West Africa, East Africa, whichever part of the world, it gives you that opportunity to filter. It even gives you the opportunity to filter the kind of company you would want to work in. People would want to work in specific companies. Some people, like myself, we are open to working in all kinds of companies because we would want to learn from various industries. So maybe you are inclined to working in the IT sector. You can filter your job search to the IT sector, so that whatever job vacancy that comes, it is solely from the IT sector. If you're looking at jobs from the health sector, you can filter that. If you're looking at jobs from event sectors, education sector, the manufacturing industry, when you try to filter it, it gives you such opportunities. And even remote. In our new age, remote job is like the new thing in town. Most people are more inclined to working remotely now, and it's like a thing. That is why we have the virtual assistants and whatnot all over the place now. So if you are looking for a job that is remote, you can also filter that. If you're even looking for a job that is in a hybrid form, you can filter that. Some people also would want to stick to the traditional way of working on site. I mean, not everyone would love working remotely. So you would have to filter that, whether you are in to work remotely, you are in to work with a hybrid system, or you would want to work the traditional way, that's the in-person way. There's also another feature called the messaging. The messaging part allows you to reach out to your connections. Just like we have the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Snapchats, the TikTok, we have a section for messages. You can reach out to all your connections there. It is a crucial feature on LinkedIn. That is where all the big things start. From a simple hello, introducing yourself goes a very, very a long way. People will tell you that I met my business partner on LinkedIn. How did you meet your business partner on LinkedIn? It was through a simple text message, and then that was it. But make sure that you are reaching out professionally. You are reaching out professionally, so that this is not your regular or your random TikTok or Instagram that you just go and then send text messages like this person is your companion or is a friend that you already know, right? Try to be strategic with your messaging on LinkedIn. I'm always telling my learners that be intentional about your messaging, the kind of person you are messaging, right? The kind of person you are sending a text message to. If it's a mentor, if it's someone that you'd want to be learning from, you don't just stand up and then send hi, good afternoon, and you're expecting the person to send or respond a hello back. No, try to be intentional with your message from the get-go. Send the message, you introduce yourself, you tell the person the purpose why you are reaching out. For example, you went for an event, or let's use this session as an example. There's a speaker that came on board, spoke on an amazing topic, and you feel, okay, this is a speaker that is speaking in line with what I am passionate about. I didn't have the opportunity to speak to her directly, but I was able to reach out to her on LinkedIn. How do you go about that? You first of all connect to the person, and then now LinkedIn also gives us the opportunity to send messages straight ahead, just when you send in the request. So just that you send in, you say that, hello, my name is Justina. Hello, my name is Mark. I really enjoy the session that we had today or yesterday. I'm a final year student in this university, and I'm passionate about projects, because maybe the speaker came on board to speak on project management. So you speak to that topic, that I'm passionate about project, and I'd love to stay connected and learn from your content. Thank you very much. That was so easy, simple, giving out the message. Then you send out the message. You are reaching out professionally, right? It is the same for any other industry as well. We go to notifications. There's a feature on your LinkedIn that says notification. It basically tracks your activity, your posts, the number of people that have reacted, so that you are able to know who is also viewing your profile. That's the professional dashboard. Who is viewing your profile, who has commented on your post, who has liked your post, who has reposted your post as well. These are ways to build your LinkedIn. People repost your post. It means that other connections are having access to the post that you've made. People are commenting to your post. It means that they are buying into what you are saying, or they are also sharing into what you are saying. They are giving their take, they are giving their opinions on whatever that you have shared on LinkedIn. So these are some of the features that you should look out for. So networking opportunities, how do you network professionally? I think I gave a little scenario in our previous presentation on how to connect professionally with people that you would want to get in touch with. Try and personalize connection requests. When I say try and personalize connection requests, as I said, each and every person you connect to may have different field of expertise, may be into different field of work. Some people are into academia, some are into the media space, some are into social media, some are also into business entrepreneurship. So whoever that you are connecting with, try to personalize it. Why am I connecting with this person? Is it to constantly learn from this person? Why am I connecting? Is it that I would want to be getting more feed or more content from what this person is sharing? Why am I connecting with this person? Is it that I see this person as a potential business partner for our business owners? It's very important. How do you also network professionally? Follow companies, follow thought leaders, follow companies that you love, follow companies that you are passionate about. If you are a student or you aspire to be a professor, try and follow universities, local universities in your home country, international universities. Follow universities. Try and track what they are doing. If you love research, try and see what the latest research or the current research is about. If you are into content creation, try and follow content creators on LinkedIn. Yes, content creators on LinkedIn. Someone would ask, is LinkedIn also a space for content creators? 100% yes. You can follow content creators on LinkedIn. Try to see their style. How do they post? What are their timings? What do they say? What is their niche? When you follow such people, you are able to also build your profile. You're able to build your brand Follow thought leaders, people that you look up to, mentors, be it a president, be it a minister, be it a professor in a university, be it a CEO, be it a business owner. Follow such leaders. I know, some people would say, this person is my mentor. This person is someone that I look up to. So why are you not following him or her on LinkedIn? That is an excellent place to also network. Join LinkedIn groups. Yes, just as you have your various WhatsApp groups that you chat with your friends, you share insights, you share the latest, the latest gist in quotes. Try to join these LinkedIn groups. Youth in Tech, African Professional Networks, Leading Change Africa, whatever group you find on LinkedIn that you feel is a group that is going to help you develop, that is going to help you career-wise, that is going to help you academically, that is going to help you business-wise. Try and follow these kind of groups. I follow quite a number of project management groups because one, I am constantly receiving notifications, newsletters in my emails every single day. So that even if I forget about the fact that, oh, yeah, I'm aspiring to be like a project management professional, someone is there to always remind me in my email. So as a student, this is some of the opportunity that you should take. Try and follow these groups. They are constantly also posting newsletters, constantly posting opportunities, constantly posting information that would be of benefit to you. We are looking at you engaging with posts as well. Try and comment, like, repost with insight. The fact that I said that you should have a LinkedIn account doesn't mean you should just be looking at people's posts and then you move on. No, try and engage. One trick about networking professionally is that if you sit aloof, you sometimes miss opportunities. There were times where I was able to get certain connections because of a simple comment I make, simple reposts, simple clicks. I was able to gain networks solely on LinkedIn. I have about 3 friends I have from LinkedIn that I have not seen physically, but just because I'm always engaging on their posts, I'm sharing insights on their posts, I'm aligning to what they are saying, or sometimes disagreeing. LinkedIn is not always about you agreeing with someone's post. You disagree as well, but you try to share your opinion politely, right? Because it's a professional space as well. We are not looking at people going out and being rude with their comments and what sort. But opinions are different. Someone may have just a bit of the information. However, when we have other opinions coming in, you realize that it's a good thing that you engage with posts. So please, those of us who have our LinkedIn accounts that is dormant, please start posting. Please start commenting on your friends' posts. Please start liking it. If it's, of course, something that you agree to, you can like it. You can even repost so that your networks can also have access to that information. How do you post like a pro? How do you post like a pro LinkedIn user, right? You don't need to be in a senior role. You don't need to be a CEO before you are able to post like a pro on LinkedIn, or you're able to use LinkedIn professionally. These are simple steps. The first step is just to share your achievements, events, reflections, resources, new club roles, and so on and so forth. Share your achievements, whatever that you've achieved in this life, you can share it. Reason why you share that is for people to know that it is possible, for people to know, like-minded people to know that, okay, this is an achievement that is worth celebrating. For people to also know that you started this journey from here and now you are here. For people to also know that there are certain opportunities, right? People are not able to have access to certain opportunities until you make a post about it. Until you make a post about the fact that I achieved or I got this scholarship from doing ABC, someone on LinkedIn doesn't know that this is how you go about things. So in quotes, on LinkedIn, there's nothing like gatekeeping. Maybe on other social media platforms there is, but on LinkedIn, so far as you've come on board, to network and share opportunities, try as much as possible to share your achievement. If you graduated from school, you can post, unless otherwise, right? You can post. You see people posting in their graduation gowns, writing a whole lot of essay about how the journey was for them, the ups and downs. Post it. Your first job, you are excited to share that you've got a new role in this company. This company was your dream company, or after several attempts, you've now been able to start a job here. Share that achievement. Let people know that achievements are worth celebrating. Share events. When you attend events, share them. Let people know that you attended this event, not to put that in people's faces, but to also, as I said, let people follow the journey. For LinkedIn, it's also much more about the journey, how you take people through your journey academically, professionally, business wise, your organization. If you want to start a foundation, if you want to start an NGO, start from the get-go. Let people know what you are about. Go for events. If you are someone that likes to go for networking events, go for events, talk to people, network, take photos, post on LinkedIn, tag the people that you met, let them know that you've posted them, let them share insights. Do you get me? So that you don't keep it, right? So far as you find yourself on LinkedIn, obviously it means that you are ready to share things that you have learned or come across, right? Reflections, whatever that comes to mind, that you think it's something that people can feed on, try to share that on LinkedIn. I remember there was this time some months ago, I was supposed to be working in a team, and then we had a deadline to pitch on our project, right? To speak about the project. And we were a team of about 10. And it happens that team dynamics, dynamics, you have about just 3 or 4 people working on the project, and the rest of the 6 people are nowhere to be found. Then I sit on my desk, I am on my laptop, and I'm wondering what's happening. These are reflections. What about team dynamics affects the success of projects? So that reflection came, and I was like, okay, let me post on LinkedIn. Let me hear from my people. What is it about team dynamics that affects projects, not only in the work environment, even as students, when we are giving group assignments, you realize that out of a group of 5 people, it's only 2 people that end up doing the group work. I don't know if anyone can relate here, but I relate so much as a student as well, that these are the kind of team dynamics that we face. And as an individual, how do you tend to manage that? So these are the kind of reflections that you can post. You can actually even post on random things. There was this time I saw this billboard. I would have to remember and try and remember what the inscription was, but it was kind of funny. It was interesting. So I took a picture of the billboard and I posted on my LinkedIn. I was like, guys, what do you think? How interesting is this billboard? And you realize that people get to engage. People tend to talk about how nowadays billboards are giving funny and um interesting ideas. We don't get the traditional pictures on billboards again. We now get inscriptions that is so relatable with, these are our Gen Zs now. So try and post reflections, right? It's not always posting work, 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 work. Someone will take a picture and post, oh, I'm so tired. Today has been so stressful. Sometimes let there be some dynamics, what you thought of. You can randomly take a picture. This today, I was looking through my LinkedIn feed and I saw someone post a picture, took a screenshot of a scene from this trending movie, Straw, this Netflix trending movie, that's Straw. How many of us have already watched that movie? You can put that in the chat box. You see, someone took a picture of a scene in the movie, the Netflix movie, Tyler Perry's movie, Straw, and gave a whole essay on her view of what the movie seeks to portray. right? It is an exceptional content for your LinkedIn. You are giving your view. It will surprise you to know the number of people that also have different opinions on your reflection, right? So these are some of the things so that you don't say, oh, I'm out of ideas of what to post on LinkedIn. I need to dress formally. I need to be in my suit and take a picture and post on LinkedIn before I know that, yeah, I've posted on LinkedIn. No, the little achievement. I posted something about little steps. Little steps also get you to the journey. Someone can come and post, okay, I joined this club and I've been given the role of a treasurer. Guys, help me, celebrate me, help me, all that. These little achievements, it may not even be little. Sorry to even call that little. It may not be little or trivial. You may see that as a stepping stone for higher achievement. Please document that on your LinkedIn profile, right? But make sure that you keep your posts professional, respectful, and at least attach a value to it. Make sure that when you're posting something, you are leaving or you are sending out a message that is valuable, that people can come back to read on, that people can actually save to come back to read. People can actually repost for other users to have an idea of what it is. Use visuals and hashtags strategically. Now we are in the digital world. Hashtags go a long way. So this scenario I gave about team dynamics, I could put hashtag teamwork. I could put hashtag team dynamics. I could put hashtag deadlines, and your post can just shoot. So the use of hashtags also is very, very, very crucial. It's a strategic way of posting on LinkedIn. Try to engage with your university and club pages. Should you find yourself in a university, try and follow your university pages, your organization, the place where you work. Try and engage in those pages as well. Let people know the good news about your university. Imagine your university is organizing an event and you see it on your feed. It doesn't hurt reposting that event. It doesn't hurt telling people that my university is organizing this networking event. My university is organizing this program, this CV clinic, resume clinic for all young professionals. Come on board. Let's see how we can restructure your CV to get you a job. These are things that you could do to help reach out to people and let people know that yes, you know what you're about. You might be a student, but you can effectively use your LinkedIn profile for engagement, to share your insights. Sorry, Sorry. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Vanessa,
we
can you help
can.
me? You
Yes,
can
we
see
can.
my screen? All right, okay. So, a moment, please. A moment. All right, let's move on. Sorry for the interruption. Let's move on. So, opportunities for students, right? We are seeing using LinkedIn Learning for free. Luckily for us now, LinkedIn has evolved. AI has helped so much. We have the opportunity to even learn on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn offers free courses that you can learn, job relevant programs. If you're an aspiring data analyst, You can take courses like Excel essential trainings, depending on the field that you are interested in. You can follow pages like Google Data Camp, World Bank. If you're an aspiring project manager, you can enroll in project management basics or agile foundation, of which I'm also doing. You follow organizations like GIZ, ALX, PMI. I know ALX is more popular, GIZ as well. Try and then develop yourself. All these things you can share on your LinkedIn profile, that I'm taking my people through the journey. I'm taking my people through the journey, right? Do's and don'ts. These are few do's and don'ts that we should take notes when using LinkedIn. Do's.
Sorry, the screen
Update
shows
your.
that you have paused the screen sharing. The screen
Sorry.
shows that the
Can
screen
you see
is
my
telling
screen
us,
now?
the screen was telling, okay, yeah, now we can see that.
Is
Thank
it
you.
seen
Thank you.
now? Okay, great,
Yes.
great. All right. So do's and don'ts. Update your profile regularly. Updating your profile regularly would mean that if there are any new heights that you've achieved, I'm a final year student. I initially wrote student of ABC University. Now I've graduated. I'm done. I'm no more a student. I'm seeking a job. I'm looking out for working with companies. So you update that you've graduated from this year to this year. You have a certificate in banking and finance. You have a certificate in accounting. You have a certificate in human resource management, right? And you're looking at getting a job, you're looking at working at various companies, you can try. And some people are so strategic to the extent that they can make a whole post about themselves, what their skills are, what they can do. I spoke about volunteering, internships. There are times where, depending on your location or your region or the part of the world you find yourself in, it's not always easy landing a job right after school. Put yourself out there. Write that after school, you are open to internship opportunities. You are open to working with organizations because you have skills in data analytics. You can do so well with working with Excel, Power BI. You are so good with organizational skills. In fact, you are good with designing on Canva. You are so good when it comes to presentation. Sell yourself out there on LinkedIn. Most people, I got a job from LinkedIn. I didn't have to send in my CV. In fact, the offer was sent to me in my DM. How was that possible? Because of your profile, because of the things that you say on your profile. As I said, people are looking at your profile. Job recruiters are looking at your profile. People, most HRs, I've worked with HRs before, and they'll tell you that they sometimes don't go through the stress of advertising roles. They just simply need to open their LinkedIn, look out for people within a particular field that they are looking out for. They try and skim through your profile. It looks impressive, and then they reach out to you. So you realize that right now the narrative is changing. In as much as, oh, of course, yes, there are some companies you'd have to write to them before they can even respond to you. And I think there are times where people get the opportunities without stressing. Their profiles are doing it for them. Be authentic and consistent. Authenticity would also mean that don't lie about certain achievements. It is quite sensitive. Let me be a bit sensitive when it comes to this. Being authentic means don't lie about certain achievements. Don't lie about what you cannot do. Don't lie, don't lie about the school you went to. Don't lie about your certificates, because it will cost you greatly. Trust me, it will cost you greatly, in the sense that you might be lucky to have an opportunity, and then when it comes, you are not able to deliver because you lied from right get go on your CV, sorry, on your profile. right? It also goes the same for your CV as well. So be authentic in your posts. If you didn't get a certification in virtual assistant and you say that, it's a lie. Be authentic. Try to be open as much as possible. People complain that LinkedIn is so much pressure. Everybody is achieving so many things, and it's so much pressure on me. I just started school, and someone already has a master's, second master's, a PhD. Oh my goodness, the pressure is so much. I understand. People are trying to share their achievements, and sometimes it feels like you are not doing so much as an individual, but try your possible best to stay authentic. There are times where the journey may be so difficult, you can post it. I have a friend after school, 2 good years, was staying home, wasn't working, and he was always consistent with his post, telling his people that yes, is the seventh month and I'm still home. I'm not working, but I'm hoping for the best. If you are looking out for a young professional who is good at so and so, I'll be available. Consistently, after 2 years, he got a job that didn't require that he start from the entry level. Now he is entering into the senior level, even at a very young age, because he was authentic, he could do the job, and he didn't really need to spend years in the company to be promoted to that senior level. So do well to be consistent. Consistency also means that don't post in the month of June and wait till the month of July before you make your post. Try and be consistent. I know that there could be a lot on your hands, but try and make a plan, a posting schedule. Maybe you can decide every Mondays I'll post, or every Mondays, Wednesdays, I'll post on something that came across my mind. Try and be consistent. Respond to messages politely. One application that you should never ever miss responding messages to is on LinkedIn. I know people are fond of not responding to their WhatsApp messages, their Instagram, social, Facebook, whatever. But LinkedIn, you may not know who is reaching out to you. For all you know, there's this opportunity that you've been looking out for. And because of how your profile is, the people reach out to you, but your response was not polite. You probably didn't know who was talking to you, so you just wanted to respond randomly, right? And you missed that opportunity. So let's be mindful of how we respond to our connections on LinkedIn. The don'ts, I think we can all see that. Don't use slangs, emojis excessively. As I said, is a professional platform. So let's try and manage the use of emojis and all. It's not completely it's not something that we discourage completely, but just be mindful. It's just like sending an email and you putting in emojis. That is how it will sound. So let's tone down on the emojis that we send to people, especially if you are writing to a company that you would want to be a part of. Let's avoid spamming people with connection requests. Stop spamming people. I understand that you like this person is a coach, this person is a mentor, but reduce the rate at which you send messages to one person over and over and over again. You are spamming the person, you are invading the person's privacy. One message goes a long way. Maybe you put in a second message after a week or two if the response is much needed, right? And try your possible best not to leave your profile incomplete, right? Make sure that your profile is complete. Don't leave job recruiters hanging. People might be interested in what you do. Don't just leave us hanging. Some people, you visit their LinkedIn profile and there's no picture even on their profile. And we just have the name and he writes student or worker. Worker where? Students where? Businessman of what? For all you know, there's an investor looking for someone to invest in. So if you are saying you are a business person, what are you into? I am a beauty trainer. I am an entrepreneur. I work at Deluxe Beauty GH. Then An investor sees that and says, okay, I want to really invest in the beauty industry. What does she do? Then he reaches out to me that, yes, hello, I'm interested in I want to know more about your business. What do you do? That is also a plus for me to market myself. I'm Justina. I'm the lead beautician at Deluxe Beauty GH. We are into all kinds of training, beauty trainings. Our services include this, that. Our services include wig making, makeup, artistry, a whole lot. You have marketed yourself. At that point, you leave your investor to saying, okay, that is impressive. Can I get your email address that we can take this further? Are you open to meeting in person to go ahead with this discussion? These are how business partners are being encountered. So don't leave your profile incomplete. You leave out questions for your people that look on your profile, right? So this is also to say that LinkedIn is not a platform where you come to privatize your account in quotes. People would want to leave their Instagram handles private, their Facebook or TikTok private. But I understand that once you are on LinkedIn, it means that you are trying to build a brand out there. So there's no room for, okay, I want to keep this to myself. I don't want to share this information. I know I'm into business, but let me not mention the name of my business. If you're not mentioning the name of your business, then you are doing more harm than good to your business, especially when you're a startup and you need grants, you need investment, you want to pitch to people on what your business is about, people to come invest in your business, then you need to put yourself out there. If you are looking for a job, then you need to put yourself out there. Let people know that you can do the job. Let people know, even if you're a student, let people know that this is the career line you want to go through and you are open to internships, you are open to being taught, you are able to adapt to various environments, you have the ability to learn even on the job. Try and convince them so that people don't see that, okay, you're a student, you do not have any work experience. So let me move on to the next person. Trust me, people are students and are working. They never had the 10 years work of experience. They never had the 5 years work of experience, but they are working and they are schooling as well. Just because they put themselves out there to dare to let the recruiters know that they are open to learn. Although I have these skills, I would want to learn what your company's culture is about. I am open to learning. I wouldn't want to be stagnant and sideline myself to the fact that because I've never worked in any professional space before, I don't think I can do it. No. So these are some of the things that you should look out for, the best practices when you find yourself on LinkedIn. I think we are getting to the end of our session. I think I've spoken a lot. And this is a call to action for those of us who have our LinkedIn account and those of us who don't have the LinkedIn account. I think we should look at this and try to do something this coming week. Today is a Sunday. We are looking at trying to create a LinkedIn account, update your profile this week. Let's see. I think your facilitators are around. They would also help. You can share a link to them that, okay, for those of us who have not had our LinkedIn profiles yet, you can create an account. In fact, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Justina. I'll connect right back to you. Then I know that, yes, we've created the account. Connect with 10 professionals. If you find yourself in the banking industry and you would want to learn from banking experts, try and connect with 10 of them. Connect with people, business people. If you find yourself in the engineering sector, the STEM industry, try and connect with 10 professionals. And that is a call to action. Let's do that this week. From today to Saturday, let's try and connect with 10 people. Share one post this month. I'm sure June has already started. I think we are in the second or third week of June. I'm sure some of us have not even posted yet. This is a call to action. Let's do our best to share a post or two. I'm saying a post for the beginners, but if you can push yourself, if you can challenge yourself 2 posts a week is fine. Sometimes it's okay if you're out of ideas, but as I said, you don't really need an idea to post. Just a reflection, something you saw, you want questions, you want answers to. You can just post, I put up a writing that I've been thinking of this lately. Any idea of how this can be done? Any idea of how this can be solved? Any resolution to that? So try posting something. Follow 5 companies or mentors in your field. I think I've said that already. If it's a company that you aspire one day that you want to work in, the Coca-Cola company, KFC, MTN, whatever company that you seek or you aspire to one day work with, try and follow these companies. Once you follow these companies, you know their values, you know the mission, you know what they are looking out for, the working culture over there. You abreast yourself with that. So this is our challenge to us. I'm employing our facilitators to try and then track our people, let them create or update their profile. If you've not written anything on your profile, please try and write something. If you're aspiring to be a career person, write it down. I'm aspiring to be a project manager. I'm aspiring to be an engineer. I'm aspiring to be a medical doctor. If you already have a business, you write it there. I help people. I build solutions for people. I help people write stories. If you are into content creation, you are a story writer, write that you help people to create intriguing stories for their businesses. You help people with their finances. When it comes to business, you help manage people's finances, right? These are some of the things that you can write to build your profile. Update your profile. If you've graduated, put it there. You are a graduate of ABC school. If you took a course on Google, you took a course, ALX, you took a course online, put it there. If you are certified, put it there. Let people know your achievement. Let people know your height, so that when they want to get in touch with you, they know your value, they know your brand. People wouldn't want to reach out to you until they see certain qualifications. So if you are privileged to have such qualifications, I would advise that you would, how do you call it? You would put those things out there as well, just to build your profile. At this point, I think we've come to the end of our session. I don't know if anyone has any questions for me. This brings me to the end of my session. Thank you so much. I have a key takeaway here. Your LinkedIn profile is your digital handshake. So make it count. As I said, it's your digital handshake. You might be sleeping, but someone is looking at your LinkedIn profile somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Africa, right? So your profile is doing the talking for you. You can as well connect with me. This is my LinkedIn name, Justina Semanu Into. You can connect with me. I'll connect with you right back. You can send me a DM. Let me know that you are part of the session, and we can take it from there. I see some hands up. I don't know if we can take the questions. Vanessa, if you are here with me.
Well, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for those wonderful insights, Justina. I think even from my end, I was busy taking notes where I can to be able to use this insights that you have shared and apply them.
Mhm.
Yes, we can definitely open the floor up to questions. So if anybody has a question, please make sure that you raise your hand. I see Galaxy Tab, you did not rename yourself. So when you're asking your question, I will ask you to mention your full name and which country you're coming from. Then you can be able to ask your question. Galaxy Tab, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Good evening.
evening.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please proceed.
All right, thank you. My name is Ebu Elizabeth. I was thinking my name will appear. on the sorry for that. So I want to ask, for me, I have so many things I've learned, and I have a business that I run. I can list some of them. I'm a public health practitioner. I do data analysis, and I have business like baking. I do liquid soap and detergents. So I want to ask, since I have these skills, can I put all of them on my profile? Thank you.
Okay. So I don't know, Vanessa, do we take all the questions or I answer at a time?
I saw that there was Umugaba that had a hand up. So I think Umugaba, if you can come in just to add on to the question. I mean, share your question and then you can take the two, then we can take it from there.
All right. So let me take the first question that has to do with, she is a multiple business owner, if I got that right. And she's also into the health, she's a health practitioner, if I also got that right as well. Please put everything on there, right? If you are running 5 to 10 businesses, state explicitly what you do, how you are able to run all these businesses. It is also showing a skill that you are able to handle a lot of things and manage it successfully. That is, if all these businesses that you are running is actually being successful and none is being crippled, right? You can put it there. I'm a health practitioner. I'm also into soap making. I also do this. I also do that. So that with someone like you, your post, you always have a lot of things to say on your post. Someone like you, I'd always employ you to post from Monday to Friday. Why? Because on Monday you can post about something that you encountered in the clinic or at the lab or at the hospital, a tidbit, health tips. Then the next day you wear the shoes of a soap maker. All right, I want to tell you one benefit of bathing each and every day. Because when in the process of making the soap, we use this particular ingredient that helps with this particular thing, that helps with your skin, that helps this, that helps kills germ. You are educating the people on your platform. Aside educating them, it's a way to also promote your business. So that one day, if I need to buy soaps, right? The first person that comes to mind is you. Let me check my LinkedIn. This lady even says she's into soap making, or she's into this, she's into that. She sells clothes. Let me reach out to her. So please, you can advertise, you can post daily on your profession and on your business as well. Thank you. And the second question, please. Vanessa, can you help me with that?
Yes. So before we jump to the second question, I see that Fatimata Maba has been able to ask a question in the chat, which I think is similar to what you were just answering, because she says in case we have competencies in other fields, we have to describe all in our LinkedIn profile, question mark. For example, me, I have a master's degree in microbiotechnology. Now I am doing international business in training. I tutor children. I'm a caregiver. I custom and personalize clothes, and I like to write short stories, so I don't know. I think just to echo what Justina was saying, you share everything that you are doing, as she was elaborating, that you never know who's able to connect with you, and what can what can spark that connection. So put everything on there. Feel free to share as much as you possibly can. With that said, I will pass the floor to Sibusiswe, and then after Sibusiswe, we will have Kubimana. Sibusiswe, you have the platform.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. My question has to do with, like, I'm in IT, I'm also into writing. And the biggest challenge that I've faced on LinkedIn was like getting people to like my posts or even getting followers. So most of the times when I post stuff, I get a lot of like reactions, but not reactions, a lot of views, but I don't get, but it's like difficult to get a like, or it's difficult to like get followers. And I thought that like posting a lot would increase um, engagement from people, and allow me to get people to get like followers as well. But it wasn't like working very well for me. So I wanted like tips to help me on like increasing the amount of people that engage with my posts, and also like getting followers as well. Thank you.
Right. All right. I really do understand. I share in this. So with LinkedIn, one good thing about LinkedIn is it's not so discriminative when it comes to connectivity. Whoever you connect with would connect back. The first step for you is to try as much as possible to connect with people. You can start with, if you're a student, you can start with connecting with your mates. If you have your course mates are about 100 in a class, you already have 100 people who are your connections, right? It's the little things. If you are working in a company, try your best to connect with your colleagues in the office. You're about 5 people in the office in that department. You connected with all 5 people. In the other department, there are about 10. That's about 15 people that you've connected with. You have people in your community, in your church, in your mosque, wherever. You connect with all of them. You start from the myself. When I started with 1 follower, right? You start with 1 follower and it builds. LinkedIn doesn't give you followers right at the start, right? So the first step is to connect with like minds, people that you even already know. And the good thing about LinkedIn is that it also recommends people to you to connect. Do you get me? So it can just bring you random people, even from your contact list, who are on LinkedIn. Connect with them. They definitely will connect back, right? And also when it comes to engagement, you may not get 1,000 people liking your post at that instance. You may not get 500 people liking your post at that instance. What you need to do is just start posting, right? Just start posting. After posting, you can share the link of your post to your friends on WhatsApp. You can post on your WhatsApp status, hello guys, I posted something interesting on LinkedIn. Kindly tap on the link and check what I shared on LinkedIn, right? So right from WhatsApp, people are already matching to your LinkedIn to go check what you wrote on LinkedIn. Okay, that's interesting. Let me go to her page further on to see what she does on her page. Then it goes to a simple click, connect, right? And it's also with you too. Try and engage with other people. Engage on their posts. One thing about it is that when you're engaging with people on their posts, they tend to familiarize with you the more. Imagine I'm always posting, Justina is always posting on LinkedIn, and I get someone like Sibu Sisiwe. Sorry if I didn't mention the name right. Always commenting. I already have a familiar note of Sibu on my contacts. Who is this Cebu person? Let me go check his profile. Let me go check a profile. I see, oh, okay, this person has been really engaging on my profile. It's an opportunity to connect with a person. Then I connect. So I'm not putting LinkedIn out as when you start, you're going to be getting the 1,000 followers or the 2,000 followers. No, it's a gradual process. You must make the effort to connect with people. It is not like Facebook or Instagram where you need followers to like your post, share, maybe the influencing aspect. This is for your benefit when it comes to professional wise, right? So you make the effort to engage with people, follow and connect with them, right? So you have to take the first step, connect with as much as people that you will know, starting from your school, starting from your workplace, starting from your, if you're a business person, your clients. It doesn't hurt to ask them, hey, are you on LinkedIn? I post some interesting stories on LinkedIn. I think you would be interested in that. Let me connect with you, or share your LinkedIn profile with me. Let me connect with you. That's how it starts, right? So we build the followership as time goes on. I'm still also building my connections. You never stop building connections, right? You never stop building connections. So that's a good way to create engagement for your posts. Thank you very much. Don't know if there
Thank
are other
you.
questions. Yeah.
So there's actually one more question from Kubi Mana. Yes, Kubi Mana, you have the floor.
Thank you, madam. I am Kugimana Shadrach from Rwanda. I have one question. Uh, on the PowerPoint, there is some slide that show that it is forbid to use some slangs and emojis on LinkedIn. And since I have started to use it, I didn't see some businessman or woman that post what they do in order to get some client or in case of advertisement. And my question is that how can businessman can use LinkedIn to show the world what they do? Thank you.
All right. So Kubi Mana, when you say businessman, what are you really into? What's your
Some,
business?
for example, one with agribusiness, like he's planting some fruit for the purpose of selling it, and he need to get some more clients. That's
Mm.
what, yes.
All right. So if I understand your question very well, you were talking about this part of the slide that talks about not using emojis or slangs in your post. Am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Okay. So when I say slangs, that would mean that um jargons, like languages that are not formal, depending on your region, wherever you find yourself in, we are just looking at you communicating clearly. Earlier,
Yes,
when I started the presentation, I spoke about we having 1 billion plus users of LinkedIn. So the person you are, or the post is not only for people in Rwanda, not only for people in Ghana or Nigeria, it's for people globally. So the slangs that you may use, someone in Ghana may not understand. Even if you want to use a local language, after putting that in quotes, try to translate in a general international language, be it English, French, so that other users, other English users, other French users, other international language users would understand what you're communicating. The reason why we say don't use slangs is for your own good, so that the message you are going to be passing doesn't affect you. For example, you are into agribusiness, you have a plantain plantation or a cashew business, right? And you
yes,
visited your site, you took pictures, you took nice videos of the cashew plants. They are in season, and you want to tell your LinkedIn users how cashew benefits, or what the benefits of cashew nuts is. And you are open to business. If people want to come purchase cashew nut from you, they can reach out to you on so details. But you wrote all these things in your local dialect. Do you get me? You have limited your post to just people who understand your language. Do you get
okay,
me?
I got
So
you.
yes.
Yes,
So when you're trying to put out a post on LinkedIn, you are free to put. In March in my country, we celebrated the Ghana month. The Ghana month would mean that you are trying to celebrate your cultural heritage, which ethnic group you come from. You try to tell us what your ethnic group is about. I made a LinkedIn post about it. You can check my LinkedIn. I wrote a whole paragraph in my local dialect, which is the Ewe dialect. However, I had to translate, or I had to let my users know what I was writing. Do you get me? So if you're into
Yes.
agribusiness and you would want to write in your local dialect, try and leave a space for an international language. If you can't write it in an international language, we have the help of the AIs to help you with that so that it can reach a wider range, so that you don't only get local partners, you have international people also coming to you to patronize your agri product. Do you get me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much if I've answered your question.
Thank
Welcome
you.
again.
Thank you very much, Justina. I think for now we'll take 2 more questions. I saw that there was one person that had their hand up, but it's currently not there. So if you have any questions, we'll only take 2. So if you have a pressing question, please make sure that you raise your hand so that we can be able to identify you. I would just read out the conversation in the chat whilst we see if anybody has any questions at the moment. Colleen was asking, is it okay to publicize that you are open for work or only recruiters should see that? So, Cynthia was also able to chime in and was able to say that there is actually a feature that shares with everyone that you are open for work. And Colleen came in to say, yes, it is necessary for everyone to see that. That's my question. So, Justina, is it necessary for everybody to see or for you to publicize that you are open for work or just the recruiters?
Yes, I think my colleagues here in the chat box have answered. Cynthia answered, Colleen also answered. Please, so far as you are open for work, do that without any form of shame or timidity, right? Please let people know you are open for work. One is not only for recruiters, one is also for your colleagues and friends. I may not know that Cynthia is looking for a job until she publicizes that, hi guys, I'm open to work. So that if I open my LinkedIn, I check my feed and I see that Cynthia is looking for a customer service role, and I see a vacancy that says that we are looking for someone who would be a customer service person in our organization, I quickly share that with Cynthia. Please, do you understand? Colin, you are looking for an internship opportunity. You are done with school. I come to my feed. I see that, okay, this organization is looking for graduate trainees to train them on the job for a year of like a period of 1 year. I know Colin is up for that. I share that. I repost that. People even are so generous to the extent that they go to the extent of tagging their friends, tagging people that they know. I tell a friend that I'm looking for a job, and my friend sees a job posting, she goes ahead to tag me even in the comment section, right? So please publicize it so that recruiters know, so that friends know, family know that you are looking for a job, even on LinkedIn, right? People may not be recruiting, but they may know that you're looking for a job. They see your profile, they can recommend. I recommended a friend for a job, and she never even knew till date that I was the one that recommended. I just sent the link that please check out. You said you were looking for a virtual assistant. Check out this lady's profile. If you like her, you can go on with her. I can vouch for her. She's a very good person. That is it. So please publicize it that you're open to work. You may not know where recommendations might come from. Thank you.
Thank you very much once again. And I hope, Colleen, you've been able to get your answer. There is a question in the chat by Tehila who says, apologies, I can't use my mic at the moment. I've been logged out from my account. And so even if I try to create a new account, change my email, phone number, it is trying to do a security check. Still more, it can't recognize my government ID. I have a good camera, so it has been giving me a hard time. Yeah, please advise on this. So she's failing to log back into her account. I'm not sure if there's any advice that you can provide on that one.
Yes, I'm wondering what I can say. I really wish I could help Tehila, but
Yeah.
wow, I'm wondering what the issue could be. Could you try like doing this again? Because I'm also wondering what the problem could be. I was actually trying to advise on you creating a new account, but you just mentioned here that you've created a new account. I don't know if it's the issue with your phone or what, but please let's see what we can do. If you can use a computer, a laptop to create the accounts, try using that alternative too. And let's see how things go with that as well. I don't know how best I could help with that, but that's my little advice. If you could maybe change your device and try and create the account.
Yeah. I'm also not sure what you could have changed for it to not recognize you to that extent, because the other thing would just be try to maybe just reset your password, but it seems maybe that's a challenge as well. But just try to reset your password. It will send you an email to the email address that you had originally registered with, which I think it also includes like a piece of the email, whether it says like, for example, I'm Vanessa, and let's say my email address was Vanessa Tege. So if it says it just starts with Vanessa, then I'll be able to remember which email address I used at the time, and go try to log in, or yeah, log into that account and then try to navigate from there. But that's a bit of a technical issue. You can try, as she has suggested, try using another device or something, but focus on trying to sign into that old account maybe for now, and then see if it can help. But good luck with that. Then another question was, I would like to ask if there's a way to do a personal branding in LinkedIn, so sell one's talents to attract more clients or partners in the field the person is specialized in. I don't know. Are you able to understand that question, Justina? I would think that just from the look of it, it's encompassing what you have been able to share today, where it's not just one specific thing, but it's all these steps that you are taking to make sure that all of your experiences are well outlined on the platform, and your interests are something that you are not only aligning on your page, but something that you constantly also speak about and show interest about. But anyway, let me pass it to you, Justine, and see how what you think about that question.
Yes, Wilfred. So when you speak about talent, right? What do you mean by talent? And then first of all, yes, you can brand yourself on LinkedIn, personal branding. I mean, that's what it's all about. All what I've spoken about also is in the same line on personal branding, how you put yourself out there on LinkedIn, right? So when it comes to talent, I may not know what kind of talent you're talking about, but even if your talent is to sing or to dance, brand yourself in a professional way, that you tell people that you're a professional singer, you're a professional dancer. Now, LinkedIn, we are lucky to have the feature where you can even post videos. We have reels on LinkedIn now. Then it wasn't the case. Then it was only pictures. You can only post photos. But now you have the opportunity to also post videos, reels on your LinkedIn. So you're a professional singer. You are looking out for people to patronize your services at events. You can sing the national anthem of your country at corporate events. When it comes to the unofficial events too, you can sing. Tell them that you sing variety of songs, all genre of music. You can do that, right? How do you do that? You post short videos. You post short videos of yourself singing, right? Let people know that, okay, today let me post a video of me singing reggae, right? Tomorrow let me post a video of myself singing this particular song. Same for any other talent. If you're an artist, you can draw. Please post yourself, Once in a while, post short videos of you drawing. Some people doubt too much that they say, okay, if you come and post the artwork, what shows that you made the painting? So that is why, people post on TikTok, people post on Instagram. It's the same for LinkedIn. Brand yourself. You are a professional painter. Short reels on how you paint, right? You can one day even post a picture of your country's president, and then you post a short reel of you trying to paint your president. It can go so far. So for talent, please brand yourself, no matter the talent it is. As I said, singing, dancing, painting, you are a makeup artist, you are a hairstylist. See, people even go to the extent of going to photo studios, taking pictures of them in their aprons, in their makeup brushes, in their hair dryers, holding hair dryers, telling people that, yes, I work in a salon. I have a salon. This is where my salon is located. Kindly come in. We offer the best of services. We have exceptional customer service. This is personal branding. So Wilfred, please, you can do that. Brand yourself with whatever talents that you have. You can actually brand yourself. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Wilfred.
So
Thank
I
you very
see
much.
Wilfred adds another one here, teaching online, and I want to influence the world with my talent in American English. So that's his talent. So yes, as I said, you can post short videos of yourself giving us tidbits, right? Or English tips, how this word is spelled. People do that a lot. There's one lady here in Ghana called Teacher Blessing. You can Google her or search her on LinkedIn, whichever social media handle. She does that as well. She corrects the public on the right use of certain words, how to pronounce certain words well, either in American English, British English, whichever way. So if that is your talent, put it out there that you want to help people articulate very well, give right pronunciation to certain words as well, and give clarification to certain confusions on how to use English tenses. Okay, so if that's your talent, please put it out there.
Thank you very much, Justina. And as you said, please make sure you're putting your talent out there. You are speaking about yourself. Again, I am also taking notes on my end to make sure that I too am able to incorporate some of these skills and knowledge that she has been able to share today to be able to um, add them to juice up my LinkedIn profile as well. I will give everybody a heads up that shortly I will ask you to switch on your cameras just so that we can take a group photo. But whilst you prepare to whilst you prepare and get camera ready, just wanted to, there's Galaxy who presented an issue, say, please, my account has been displaying verify account with a scan. What should I do? Or how do I scan it? I have been with this issue. So that is a technical issue. So I just wanted to highlight this as well as the other challenge which Tahira had presented. Whenever you have a technical issue with LinkedIn, my advice, whenever you have any type of technical issue actually with any platform, my advice is that go consult Google on that one. It is very helpful because most times they already have measures that have been put online on how to navigate that challenge. So you just have to, whatever your challenge you're facing, I can't do this. Try to find out by just doing a quick search, see how the steps have been laid out, and if it's something that you can be able to do. Otherwise, I think that's where most of the answers come from. Because even when Galaxy was bringing up the fact that she needed to scan, I simply just searched up her concern and her query, and I was able to find some insights on Google. So make sure that you're not having the technical aspects also hinder you. you are doing your best to also find out how can I navigate this. That's the best way that we can all learn. Now, with that said, I will ask each and every one of us to switch on our cameras just so that we can be able to take a group picture, and Miss Justina can also be able to know who she was speaking with today. She has been able to share some really, really great insights, and I will encourage each and every one of you to put in the effort to try to use as much of the information and knowledge that she has been able to share today and be able to incorporate it. Right now, I just want to take a group picture. So if you can, please just do not
Vanessa, unfortunately, I don't know. My machine is also failing me. I'm trying to set up my camera and then it's failing, but it's amazing. I'm seeing quite a number of people here, and I'm glad I can put names to faces on here on the platform.
That's
I'm still trying to figure out what's happening with my camera.
No, that's fine. That's fine. At least you know that you were not just speaking to blank screens. There were people at the end of the conversation, and that's always nice to hear, nice to take note of, that you were not alone in this conversation, and we did have an active audience. So, thank you so much. To everybody that was able to switch on your screen. I've grabbed a couple of snapshots. Um, I think I'll also be able to share them on our WhatsApp group. But otherwise, I will leave the floor back to you, Ms. Justina, in case you have any remarks, any closing remarks for the group, anything that you would like to share and highlight, or just anything to close us off today.
All right. I think Vanessa, I've said all that I would want to say and share with my colleagues over here. I think you guys are doing a great job. When I was told about this initiative, I was like, wow, this is interesting. A group of young minds coming together, wanting to learn, wanting to discover themselves. And I didn't expect to see quite a number of people here, but I'm so impressed with the number of people that turned out for this session. And I'll say thanks so much for giving me the opportunity as well. What I would say to our learners is that with the few that we have discussed here, especially to the call to action that I placed on the slide, I'll be happy if most of us are able to get interactive on LinkedIn. I'm always online on LinkedIn. So as I said, I'm available. You can reach out and connect to me. I also connect back whatever that it is that you'd want to discuss when it comes to skills development, personal growth. I'm available on LinkedIn. Please do reach out, and I think will be great. All right. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you once again. And as she has said, please feel free to reach out to her on LinkedIn, try to connect. This is a very, it's always nice to have somebody share their knowledge and experiences with something that they have interacted with for a while to us all who are interested to learn. So thank you so much, Justina, for coming in and sharing your knowledge, taking the time out of your day to share your knowledge with these young people, with all of us that have joined here. I think on behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank you as much as possible. May you have a wonderful rest of your day. And to everybody, let's connect on LinkedIn and be able to shine and network on there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. There are some flowers that are being given to you in the chat. There are people that are saying goodbye, Justina. So thank you very much once again on behalf of everybody that has been able to join. And everybody that will be able to listen to the recording. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or night. Thank you.